What's up, guys? Welcome back to another HERR Lounge podcast. Guess who we have in the building?
Who's about to get the Dumb Bitch of the Day award? Who is going to get the Dumb Bitch of the Day award?
It's probably going to be...
Hidalgo.
She's always has it. She's like number one wanted. She's always going to stay on the list no matter what. She won't come off until she's no longer county judge.
I'm so sick of her.
When she comes down, I will officially... She's a regular human to me, so I might like her.
No,
she's
you won't.
No longer...
That's very big of Marisol to say.
You won't.
I might like her if she wasn't in... Like, if she wasn't...
You think you could have a drink with her and she'd be cool?
Hell no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How do you think you might like her? That's how you. That's
I
the testing.
don't know. I mean, I don't really know her. I just don't like her ways.
You don't need to know her. She's a fake ass, lying ass bitch.
That's true. And listen,
Coming in hot.
but if it wasn't for her hard work, listen, this is my quote of the day. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. It's the hard that makes it great. See, she has a hard job. So
It's a hard knock life.
I totally disagree.
all right, let's say that again, guys. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. It's the hard that makes it great.
Amen.
You know, ironically, with politics, I feel like the dumber people are the ones that go into politics,
100.
and
All
the
the
smarter
time.
ones go into the private sector.
100.
So
I don't think the
super
smarter
reverse.
ones want to deal with that.
Fuck
Listen,
no.
I didn't want to start off with politics, but I guess Marissa's here, so let's fuck it.
Oh, let's fuck it in the ass.
Whoa.
Marissa and I hung out this weekend, guys. We were together all day.
It was
the slumber
good.
party with kids. I've never had an adult. She didn't really spend the night, but I've never had like when you
Well,
used
the
to have
same thing you're doing, I'm doing at home.
Yeah, it was like, you know, when when you were younger, your friends would come over and y'all would hang out all day
day.
long, right? And it was like, oh man, I hate that she's leaving. My friend's leaving, right?
All barefoot.
Yeah, and it was funny because it was like she was here all day long, but I was looking at the whole situation and I was like, damn, we're hanging out with a bunch of kids. Kids everywhere.
I'm talking about shit on my dress.
She got shit on her dress because her baby.
I put my baby in the pool and she was frozen. Marisol had to say, her hands are blue.
She might need to get out, Marissa. It's like, I don't think she should be in there anymore.
I was like, but she's good. You see her? She's like this.
She was just chilling. She didn't never scream, didn't cry, nothing. She was just chilling. I was like, but the sun was coming down. And so I said, I think the water might be really cold now for her. She goes, you think so? She would have cried. I was like, no, look at her little hands.
She might be too numb to talk.
I think that might want to get her out.
Rescue her, please.
So she got out. Yeah.
We record a lot of incriminating podcasts. This might be the fastest way there.
Oh my God. It was crazy. It was crazy.
And then Penny and
Wasn't it a lot of
Aiden.
work just to hang out?
It was, but it was kind of fun.
I know it was, but
it
I'm
was
saying
funny.
that you can't really rest.
But you can't make anything up because it was hilarious. You know, Penny and Aiden were like playing, and Penny is bossy, so she's like, Aiden's like, I don't want to read to you. Well, read the book to me. Like she's like, read.
It was a lot of. It was overstimulation for Aiden because Aiden is autistic. He doesn't like to be around people, and she's like, no, you're gonna be by me, and you're gonna do what I'm doing.
Yes. I saw him and that's why I said, I don't know where you were. And I said, I think Aiden might be overstimulated right now because Penny's a lot. You know what I'm saying? She's a lot. And so I just think he was like, you know, bitch, leave me the fuck alone.
Space.
I need some space.
He was like, enough already.
Yeah.
Enough already. Enough.
It was hilarious because Penny just wanted to play, but he was done. He didn't want to play anymore. Right. And how do you explain to Penny, like, listen, he's overstimulated right now.
You can't.
The same way you explain everything else.
Just gonna have to get it.
En paz.
Yep.
Yeah, right. No, I'm not telling you.
Aiden's just gonna have to get it together and get on her
I think
level.
Penny might be the person that gets him out of his bubble.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, because she was asking for him already this morning when she got here.
Yeah.
She's
like, so where's
Aiden?
Where's
he at?
Why are you here by yourself?
Yeah.
He's at school. Okay, where you'll be soon.
Yeah.
But the reason I say this is because Pete sends me a post, or I guess it's a poster or something, but it was Sheila Lee Jackson having a
Sheila Jackson Lee.
Oh, I'm sorry, whatever her name. What's her name? I say Sheila Lee Jackson.
You said Sheila Lee Jackson, girl.
Think she's married to Bruce Lee or what?
No.
How do you not recognize the braid?
Is the drum? Sheila E is the drum player.
Yeah, Sheila E is the. That's Prince. Wasn't she married to Prince?
No, she was her.
Sheila E was married to Prince.
She had something with him. Sheila E is a badass drum player. If you don't know who the fuck she is,
dude,
Rob, you're way too young.
I was looking at electric drum sets yesterday. Like, I have to get one.
Oh my God. I wanted to play the drums so bad. When I was on the drill team, I'm short, right? So I used to always get to be by the drummers. And I used to be like, yes, because it's like you could... Bass just does, like, the drums just do everything.
Did you watch that movie Mid Cannon? You were like, I wish that was me. Drumline or whatever the fuck it was called.
Okay, I wasn't like that, but I just think the fucking drums are the bomb.
They really are.
No, I agree.
Cool.
Hey, listen, I was church used to teach, right? And so there was this guy who was going to teach us, and I'm sitting there waiting. Actually, I was going to do the accordion and the drums because that's what this guy taught, right? It was this man who had a band, right? Is a Christian man, and he would come periodically, but then they would offer classes. I told my mom, I said, okay, well, I want to do the accordion and I want to do the drums. She was like, all right, cool.
Oh.
And so she's like, okay. So we get there. We're all waiting, all the kids, who are going to learn. And so where's the son? And the son's in jail.
Oh, pedophilia.
We don't know what the fuck it was.
Jesus.
I never got the story, but I was like,
okay. I thought you said somebody got arrested because they were a child molester.
That's another guy at my church.
That's first story off air.
Yeah.
You know.
I random while Marisol was looking for whatever she's looking for. I had this chick who's a real pretty lady, real pretty chick from Mexico who plays the accordion, and she has a band, right? She tours and shit in Mexico. So I went to her Instagram thinking that like she also sung. All of her like music, every song is just like accordion and it's all instrumental. She doesn't sing.
Oh,
she's just pretty and plays really good accordion, kind of like that chick that plays the violin.
Oh yeah,
what's
she's
her name?
cool. I forget what her name is. She jams.
She's
though.
dope.
She's fucking jamming.
Fuck, I forgot what her name was.
You don't know who Sheila E is, bro. I mean,
Are you about to
you're
play
about
Sheila
to
E?
get schooled right now. Hey, this must not be my account because I don't have ads.
what is that?
What do you mean you don't have ads?
I pay so I don't get the ads on YouTube.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Instagram. I was like, you pay for
No, much. Wait, that's the. I think this is a Prince concert.
So she's a drummer for Prince?
Yeah, she
Was married to Prince.
This is her. Wait till she hits it. Hold on.
Wait for the breakdown.
She's about to. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Ooh, thank you. Supposed to have avocado. He doesn't know.
You better not complain.
I know.
You better not.
You hear her?
Oh, I love fucking drum breakdowns.
I mean, but she's pretty on top of that.
Yeah, I miss the whole Prince
I love
era
Oh,
of music.
I know you did. It sucks to be your era.
Hey, you're also a millennial,
Who's
lady.
got Britney?
Yeah,
You know?
I have crazy ass Britney.
I love Britney.
The only time she was great when she was in that miniskirt dancing to that song.
Which one?
Hit me, baby, one more time.
So anyway, my point is Sheila Jackson had a freaking formula drive.
A poison drive.
To collect for children
or to give out.
to give out, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they were also giving out vaccinations, the 8400 vaccine. I don't even know what vaccine they're getting anymore. What's a new vaccine? Are they still getting vaccines?
It's not a vaccine.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what they're
It
getting
took me a
anymore.
second to bring it back together. Like, what were we talking about? Like,
Oh yeah, so yeah, because we got
So she's having this drive in the hood. She's giving out
down
formula,
the street from here. By the
giving
way.
out formula and free vaccines. And we're talking about it. I was like, look at how she's killing her own people. Because the formula ain't good. It ain't worth the fuck anyway.
Do we know what kind of formula it is?
I'm sure it's Similac or Enfamil.
One of those.
The poison.
What other? We don't have any other ones in the U.S. unless you're going to go to Whole Foods and buy the expensive one, which that's not happening
Well,
for
I'm
a lot
sure
of people.
listeners are aware of this, but maybe some that aren't. Like, what do y'all know about the formula shortage?
I know that they recalled the shit because, like we've been knowing, Enfamil and Similac are ratchety smatchety, and they put all kinds of poison in their shit.
We're doing a
metals.
podcast and a mukbang at the same time.
Just
kidding.
So damn good. Oh wow, girl, look at that. So it's full
I
of
wasn't trying to eat yet.
It's
but
full of poison, boo.
It's here.
So they pulled that shit off the shelves, right? Because it's poisonous. Then you have those places in California. Is it like, I don't know how many warehouses, but those production plants that make the formula, they burn down.
Yeah.
Then they're running out of the materials to make the canisters that the formula's in. So shit that I buy that no one else would buy is gone.
What's the go-to? Like, what's the go-to if the other stuff is not good? Like,
I'm ordering European. What you're getting?
Mine it's called Happy Baby Organic. So it's not Enfamil, it's not Similac, it's something totally different. But now that all that shit's recalled, people are grabbing everything, even stuff that they wouldn't typically buy.
Well, we talked about this last time, remember, Rob? And I said it was odd that I went to one website and the formula was sold out. I had to go to another website and I had to buy it in bulk there. And I told you they got me in that funnel where it was like,
you bought a whole bunch,
but
right?
I bought 18 cans. And but it was for $32
You saved
more.
a ton of money.
Totally, because one can alone cost you $48.
One can?
One can, my G.
How long does a can last?
1 week.
Oof.
1 week. But
Might
it's
still
getting
looking at me with the most intense eyes.
We found 4 boxes, right? But I told Rome, this is my plan.
And then Dawn found her too.
She found me too. So I'm down
Remember she
to
had
like,
him here? You brought him.
Oh, did I? Is that what that was? I don't know what it was. I didn't look into it. She was like, deliver this.
This boy didn't even know.
But
He could be delivering drugs and he don't even know.
Well, if she puts me in a dangerous position, fuck it. It's time for me to go. I don't care.
But I told Rome, I said, look, this is my plan. I'm not going to go crazy trying to find this shit anymore. I'm going to go to Whole Foods, see what they have the most of, and that's what I'm going to buy. And so I was telling you, they have the goat's milk formula. It's marketed as toddler. So that's why I was like, well, I don't know if I can get that. But that guy, that Hotep Jesus or whatever his name is, he just had a kid. And after doing all of his research, he found that just the FDA is being funky. They won't let him say that it's good for toddlers, but it is good. I mean,
it's fine for toddlers.
Yeah.
They won't let him say, the FDA won't allow the goat's milk people to say that it's approved for babies. So they have to market it for like toddlers.
And you know what's crazy?
But it's still good for babies. So that's what I'm going to get. Because I'm not doing this. I'm
Sonny's on goat's milk. That's what's crazy. Because it's in Europe, you have a choice of cow or goat. And so
they have it here. I just didn't think about goat.
I chose goat. That's what I chose because I figured it was weird. My brain didn't think like this before. I really didn't think like this before.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk
like
about
at
that
all.
point right there.
Because when Pete texted me while he was out of town, this is just this weekend when he was in Arlington. Shout out if you went to the shows, guys. Thank you for coming out. I wasn't there, but I will be there next weekend.
Going to Goofy's?
Goofy's, Lubbock, and Abilene.
Nice.
I've never been to Abilene.
Me neither.
I don't even know what's in Abilene, but
either.
We're going out there.
All right.
So anyway, he texted me and he said, hey, so is Sonny good with formula? Because I guess he saw more things about the formula shortage, right? I said, no, Sonny's good until she turns a year old. I said, but even then, I said, Dr. Evans said, when she turns 11 months, start doing half and half formula, half whatever milk you're going to introduce her to, so that you're not worried about what's the next milk I'm going to give her. Because, there's a toddler version also of the milk that I buy, because you can buy that. And I think for those listening, if you're familiar with Needle, that's the Mexican. It's made by Nestle, so it's sugary as hell. I did that with Penny and I regret it, and I'm never doing that again.
That's why she's got all this energy.
I think it's just
I did Similac for both of my boys, and I'll never do that again. That's why with this one, I was like, okay, she's not having none of that fucking shit. Because Isaiah came out fine, but Aiden not so much. And like I said, kids with autism, they test very high for heavy metals. And what's in fucking Similac and Enfamil?
Heavy metals.
Heavy metals.
Did you hear about how much plastics we consume? Mm-hmm. Like a credit card, we eat a credit card a week of plastics and everything that we eat and drink.
That's why you shouldn't have your produce wrapped in plastic. Like,
I have sacks.
None of that shit.
Meanwhile, we drink out of water bottles every day.
I know. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, you have your.
I always have a thing, and I don't even use that. I don't use water bottles to fill it up. I use my refrigerator water.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have water bottles for emergencies. That's why water's there.
Yeah.
We drink so much water that you're supposed to go through those like every 6 months for the refrigerator filters, and we go through them like every 3 months. And those motherfuckers are like $60 a piece.
Yep.
They are.
Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, and the light comes on, and Peter be like, "Again, didn't I just change it?" I'm like, "Yeah."
He's like, "I know, I don't drink this much water."
No, exactly. And so
it's crazy.
I don't know if it was in the camera. I was like,
I mean, it is, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. So anyway, he texted me about that, and I said, "No, we're good." You know what I'm saying? I said it was the weirdest thing when I saw that other website was sold out. I said, "Something's up here." why would you be sold out? We're talking about it's coming from Europe. So how could you be sold out? And then I told you that I had read this little article, and then you read it live on the podcast about how there was a shortage even in Europe. And it's because Americans started to panic, and those who could, who started ordering, and then they were sold out. So I buy it from this other website that my girlfriend's sister told me about. But you do have to buy in wholesale there. You can't buy per can. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Here you either buy a 6-pack, 12-pack, 18-pack, 24-pack.
You can't buy single cans here?
No. On the website that was sold out, you can.
Oh, wow.
But on the other website that she uses, it's called like Wholesale Organic Formula or something like that. I forget what the website is. But
don't give away the info. I'm scared.
I know, but it's sold out. So anyway, when you enter your address now to get your stuff shipped, it'll give you a limit. So
everything has a limit right now.
Oh,
chicken,
everything.
Fucking,
I know, and everybody's like sending me links to buy the formula, and I was like, yeah, but you don't understand. I'll order it, my shopper's shopping, and then I get a refund. Yeah. Order it again, shopping, refund. When I got refunded for like the 4th time, because I was thinking, I'm good. Nobody even fucking buys that shit. No. When I got refunded for like the 4th time, I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on?
It's insane. It's insane.
What the hell?
I'm so glad Sunny is close to just being done. You know what I'm saying?
We're almost done.
So we're out of it. So again, she's 9 months. In 2 more months, I'll introduce it. I'll even have 3 cans left over after that. But that I was telling him, I said it was weird. It something in my head triggered, and it said, yeah, you better buy this funnel, because I only had 12 at first
in your cart.
In my cart. When he gave me that funnel, and I was like, I don't need that many. And I was like,
damn, imagine if he hadn't bought it.
I don't know. I might need it. I was like thinking to myself, because why is the other website sold out? I said, fuck it. I said, this is saving me money anyway, because 1 can alone is $48. I'm buying this whole other, you know what I'm saying? What?
Like double almost.
Yeah. For, $32. So
you can sell that on the black market.
Listen, I just want y'all to know that my bill though was $730 something.
Hello, Jesus.
Yeah, and I just told Pete, because I have a thing where it alerts you when you spend over $150, so that we're all conscious of what the money spending is.
Yeah.
And so I texted him. I said, hey, just so you know, you're about to get an alert that says $700 and some was charged to the debit card. I was like, so. He was like, what did you buy? And I was like, formula. He was like, what the fuck? He's like, what? I was like, listen, it's going to last us all the way until she's a year old, so we're good. I don't want to worry about this. I guess he forgot about that conversation because he was worried about it this weekend. Yeah. My point is, the fact that people are posting ways to make formula before formula was around. There people are,
I was going to mention
that. And the
that.
mom groups that I'm in, they're sharing recipes
from like the 60s on the Gerber papers.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know. I've seen 2 on the Gerber papers. I don't really know whose that is or if that's real or not. But these are like typed out. Like it's a mom who typed it out. She's like, I've never fed my child. And here's the thing. I hope that this, and it sucks because I'm one of those moms who is an underproducer, and I hate it breastfeeding wise. Mm-hmm. But if you're a breastfeeding mom and you can produce a shitload of milk, I hope this kind of does a little red flag for you, and like I should be breastfeeding my child because it's the best thing for them anyway.
Did you see what Bette Midler said?
No.
Rob sent it to us, her fucking dumbass comments about the milk shortage, and she was saying that people should just breastfeed. It's like, well, not everybody makes milk, bitch.
Dummy.
Yeah, I had a hard time doing it. I would love it. I would be down to be someone's like science project as to.
We are somebody's science project.
Yeah, we are.
So you know, we are. This is all an experiment.
Starting with COVID.
I hope we all know.
COVID.
X-Phone music plays in the background.
That was the tester. What could we get away with?
Oh, boom. You know, I know you hate it when I say this, but this been happening for a long time.
Dude,
we've been tested. Well, but this is recent,
first,
and it's
I think
a catastrophe. They couldn't even test us secretly.
This morning, someone sends me, Bill Gates is amazing. He launches artificial breast milk right as formula shortage hits America. He is the largest investor in the V.
You see how dumb people are? He's amazing. He's amazing.
And there's a pandemic. He is the largest owner of land in America, and there's a food crisis. It's like he's clairvoyant.
A long time ago. Yeah, no. It's like he's clairvoyant. No, bitch. He knows what's going to happen.
I called Marissa to tell her about this thing that I had read that.
We know he's been buying up all the farmland for months now.
I told Marissa, I said, does this not, I don't know if it's fake news or not, but I wouldn't put it past him.
No, he is.
Yeah, well, we know about the land and the jab. I didn't know anything about the formula.
No, I'm saying about the formula. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's being made up. I don't know how true that is. I know the other stuff, yes. But if that is true and this doesn't like even a little bit.
No, because they're saying that he's a fucking hero.
I mean, really? Because you are right. Because I did see someone else's account that said, "Isn't it sad that someone that has to do nothing with pharmaceuticals, nothing with babies, blah 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 blah, can come and save America?" And I was like, "No, America. He's not saving us. What are you talking about?
He's capitalizing
on a whole other level."
That's what I'm saying. That crony capitalism.
On a whole other level, though. But I told Marissa, I think I've been hanging out with comedians too long because I went cruel on it. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm not mad at him. He's smart. He saw an opportunity to make money. Why not fucking do it? Right. You know? I mean, sorry that you...
Bill, die.
Hey, sorry that you have to die. I mean, I'm not going to die, but you are. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man,
you're going to die. You might live. Yeah. You're going to die. You're for sure going to die.
Damn, he's smart. He's not going to do it. Fuck, how do I get him? What else can I buy?
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe I can get the ones that are smart to have to buy certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, it is... We're there. And that's why I had to wear my Better Get Right with God today.
We're living in the Matrix.
Oh, I didn't even notice it.
Hey,
it's not going to be the actual shirt. This was the sample that was made. And I'm just not crazy about it. I don't think the pattern, the tie-dye with the words.
I like it though. It's like,
so
it's everything together.
You know.
I love it.
But, yeah, so that's what's happening in the world. If you didn't know,
it's crazy.
And people are like, I don't care, I don't have kids. I know, but it's gonna affect you too.
I don't know where this is going. The shortage.
Oh, the shortage. Yeah. Oh, I thought the conversation. I was like, what?
Oh. No. I feel like it's gonna go transgender in about 5 minutes.
Well,
that's a whole. So I started reading The End of Gender.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
So is her last name. I think Rogan had her on there.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm at the part where she's kind of explaining where people gather that this whole difference between gender and sex.
Mm-hmm.
Who was this guest? Who was this person?
She's an Asian American woman, and her last name's S-O-H. Rob, can you look that up?
And so then?
So she just talked. It's funny because it's like, you're going to read this book and people are going to be mad at you for reading it because you're going to be able to back up science here. Like, it's facts. He's like, nothing. I'm not making anything up. These are facts. Like
Dr. Deborah So.
Deborah So.
Okay.
And I follow her. She's got some good insight always on her podcast too. She's got a podcast. She's just science based. That's all she is.
Yeah.
She's not making anything up. She's not pulling it out her ass. She's not like interviewing people. I mean, these are people who do their research, or they're scientists, they're in there. And she was just talking about like, listen, only two things can happen. So you split and either you become a man or you become a woman.
And that's
that. And here's the thing. She's like, sometimes a mom can maybe overproduce testosterone to a female fetus. Like maybe it could happen, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just the mom. Something's up with the mom's hormones, which is feeding more of that, which could cause a baby girl to maybe come out hairier. Yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what little things that happen. But just because those things happen, she's like saying, doesn't mean that she's a boy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No.
I finally finished that. I think you guys, Pete called me, I think while y'all were podcasting, asking me about that show on HBO, that documentary called Trans Hood.
Mm-hmm. You watched it all?
I finally finished it all. It's called Trans Hood. It's on HBO Max, guys. It's actually an older film.
Yeah, it's from 2020, I think.
Yeah, and so it's not even that old. It's 2 years old, but you know what I mean? I hadn't heard of it. But the crazy thing is that there is a parent on there who I feel it's the dad. It's not even the mom. The little boy is acting like a girl. So the mom and dad are together, right? And they have these kids. Their relationship's kind of weird. So they're like, well, he wants to dress like a girl. He must be a girl, blah, blah, blah. They get separated. She goes to live with her dad on this ranch where they shoot guns and they farm and they do all kind of stuff. All of a sudden, the little boy says, I don't want to be a girl. I don't want to dress like a girl. Don't dress me like a girl anymore. And she's like, well, why? What's going on? She's like, I just don't want to anymore. Like, I don't want to dress like a girl. So he's like, I don't know if it's a phase. What do you mean? Is it a phase?
Oh my God.
No, I think dressing like the little girl was the phase because he's telling you he no longer wants to dress like the little girl, right? So he goes to school. She's like, I think it's school. My dad is part of the influence. You know what I'm saying? That we live a different lifestyle out here on my parents' ranch, you know, and blah, blah, blah. And so then he just starts acting like a boy, big time. So then they show the dad and the boy, because he's now a little boy, right?
Okay.
Chit-chatting. And he's like, you do know that I will love you no matter what you choose to be. He's like, and he's laughing. He's acting like a little boy, and he's saying this. I know, and I want to be a boy. I know, but if you change your mind, if you ever change your mind, this is why I feel after watching that, I was like, this is parent. This is parents saying, well, you sure you don't want to be a girl? I'm sure you got to be you want to be a girl. I mean, think about it. When you tell your kids anything, they're going to believe you because you're mom and your dad.
Yeah.
Sure.
So why would mom and dad lie to me or try to do any harm to me?
Yeah.
So when I was watching this and the guy was like, but it's okay. You understand? He's like, I know, but I don't want to be a girl. I want to be a boy. I know, but I'm telling you, I will love you no matter what. Okay, well, I want to be a boy. And the little boy keeps saying, I want to be a boy. And he keeps trying to say, well, it doesn't matter. I will love you. I get what he was trying to say, but he already done told you, I don't want to be a girl.
Keep an eye on that dad.
God,
you know?
For real.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird. Then there's this other little girl who she actually ends up being on Time magazine. And so there was a bunch of stuff that went out. And
this is real?
This is
real. It was a documentary.
It's a documentary.
Okay,
it's following these kids around.
On HBO.
And this little boy who wants to be a girl, looks like a little girl, started the hormone treatment super duper young. I mean, I don't know, because she's only like 8, 9 when this is being filmed.
Oh my God.
She already was starting to look. She acts though. Her she's jumping and on kind of more what boys do, but she physically wants to look like a girl, right? But so I guess technically it would be a tomboy. You know?
That's so fucking crazy.
And so the mom's encouraging, she does all these protests, and you know, the best thing you can do about, you know, not go against your kids because of the suicide. I don't think suicide is fake at all. It's damn real, and I think we all know that, right? Yeah. But I feel like instead of, as a parent, even if my child came to me and said, I feel like a girl, hypothetically, right? And I would not, first thing I would go do is let's
get a dress.
Let's go get you, start dressing. Yeah, let's go get you hormones.
What the?
I think I would I would go seek like a therapist, something like that. And even then, those are scary because there's some that are just like, okay, yeah, that means you need to be on hormone blockers.
Yeah.
Immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like to where you're not, you know, nothing's gonna happen to you. And so you have to be careful with that too. But she just kind of, I feel like the mom saw this as a moneymaker because she was speaking, like almost doing TED Talks. Bro, you're like 9.
Oh my God. Who was doing TED Talks?
The little
mom?
girl.
The little girl?
And the mom was
a TED Talk.
Dude, I used to want to do a TED Talk too.
She was a momager.
She was a momager?
Totally.
Fucking.
Because they were contacting her and she'd come in and check this out.
She watched a lot of Keeping Up with Kardashians.
Do you remember whenever that thing happened where the club in Orlando, the gay club that was shot up?
Oh, yeah.
So then I think right after they had a parade, and she was this is the boy, okay? She was supposed to be like a guest on a float. And so they were like, well, it's okay if you don't want to do it because, this is dangerous. You can get shot. It's been really weird. She's like, I'm not going to do that. The little girl saying that. She goes, I don't want to make the appearance. Well, appearance, that word right there to me is a business word.
Yep.
That's a business word.
Yep.
You have an appearance, Pete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The wife at your nose.
Yes.
Yep.
That's definitely not a word that you use. Most kids would have said, I don't want to go. I don't want to be there, but I don't want to make an appearance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trained.
Totally. So then she's like, yeah, I agree. The mom said, I agree. I don't want to put you in danger. Also, the people who were doing the festival were like, we don't want to risk anything. Don't bring her.
Yeah.
So she does a cover for Time Magazine, right? She's on the cover of Time Magazine and it goes everywhere. And obviously you get all the people on the right saying, how dare this mom do this? She's just basically trying to monetize off her kid and da-da-da-da-da. Her own parents, this lady's own parents said, we can no longer talk to you. Like, you just exposed your child. This is not a game. Like, she's really going through something and we don't know what it is, but it's not for you to expose and put all over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that other people can sit there and judge. How do you think she's going to feel now where she's reading all these comments about people saying like, you shouldn't do this. Why is she, already taking the whole hormone blocker, puberty blockers, what I don't even know the difference is. I guess when you're older, they're hormones. I don't know.
Well, they're younger, they're hormones.
Same thing.
Yeah, but
it's the same
the puberty
thing.
blockers are pretty intense because it suppresses like all of your whatever you're supposed to go through at puberty. And supposedly it's not like irreversible, but whenever you get off of them, you don't go through like a full puberty.
Well, and in females, once they get off of testosterone, their voice will never go back.
Yeah.
For them, it sucks because it's going to stay. So if you sound like a man, and you may look pretty, like you may go back to full female, but you're going to sound like a straight man every time you talk.
Gross.
I
Imagine
know a girl
that.
who talks like a man and she's 100% woman.
If I have allergies, I'm pretty kind of borderline manly, but
Because of hormones or just naturally?
No, she just naturally sounds like a fucking guy. Like, damn.
And see, those are
Hey, Ron, what's up?
But those are examples of maybe something in the mom that overproduced one or the other. You see what I'm saying?
Like, y'all remember when Angelina Jolie was doing this shit to her first kid with what's his name, Brad Pitt, and his stupid ass allowed it.
What's the first one's name?
I don't even know.
I don't remember.
Some kind of weird
She looked like a
name.
boy for a hot minute.
I don't even remember this.
She was a little. It was their first child together, so I don't know. That kid's maybe like 18 or I don't.
Yeah, didn't they adopt a shit ton of kids together?
They did, but then they had
their own kids.
They had their own kid,
Oh.
and it was a little girl. Well, every time
What's
you
her
would see
name?
pictures, every time you
I'll
would
look it
see
up.
pictures of this little kid, she was looking like a boy, and then Angelina's like, "Well, she wants to be a boy." Well, she was a little fucking child. How does she know what the fuck she wants to be? And that was a long time ago.
18 years ago. And she was being criticized for that, Rob.
Could have been.
I'm sure she was or wasn't. Oh,
She was.
Yeah, she had to.
It's like, but now that would have totally been like,
okay, right?
She's a hero, like Dwayne Wade.
Oh man,
Those dumbass people who allow their child
let's talk
to
about
be
that.
groomed by a teacher.
Listen.
By a teacher.
But why? I think he is dating somebody.
He's married to somebody. You're talking about Gabrielle Union? That's his wife.
No, I know. I'm talking about his son. He's dating the son. That's the one that's transgender. It's a girl now, right?
Yeah, it's a girl now. Yeah.
And I think the little boy. Did I just say it?
I know, right?
Well, I mean, he's a girl now.
He's a.
They are a girl now.
So girl.
They're a girl now.
They are a girl.
So the girl is dating this little white boy, right?
Who's also trans.
But I was just gonna say.
I think, right?
I'm so confused.
Am I tripping?
Was it Shiloh?
Shiloh.
I think it's Shiloh.
More like Guy Blow.
Something like that. It's very blowy.
That's a reference to
blowy.
Grandma's Boy. If you guys didn't realize it, all right? It's not a kid joke. It's a Grandma's Boy joke.
Grandma's Boy is my favorite
it's just
fucking
too
movie,
much.
bro.
It's too much.
No one gets it.
Yeah, no one gets it unless
No one
they've
gets
seen
that
it.
movie.
And it's so under the radar for
feel
some
like
reason.
I've
And
seen
trust
it.
me,
Have
so
I
many
seen
people
it?
that see it are like, they don't get it.
You've never seen it, Marissa? Grandma's Boy?
Grandma's
Marissa.
Boy.
With
Have I?
it's got Nick Swartzen and a couple of
It's
other.
amazing.
Yeah,
Let's
it's like
see.
I'm getting the
see.
giggles just thinking about it.
Dude, it's so hilarious.
Grandma's Boy. Let's see.
The best movie ever. Yeah, my sister was the one that told me about it.
I mean, my roommate said you could still stay
No,
over.
I've
You mean your
never-
parents?
Oh, wait.
I mean, yeah, same thing.
Okay, you know the the nerdy guy, the one that wears all
JP?
black. When I tell Pete he's him because whenever Pete talks about like, I just don't want to.
He does do that. He does do that. The other day he did something just like that. I was like, I'll sit on my face, and he started laughing in the middle of the conversation because he knew that I got it.
Yeah. And because I'm like, stop sounding like the guy on Grandma's Boy. I was like, and I was cracking up because we were watching it, and I was like, bro, that's you. You're him.
Marissa, just take a couple hits, watch that movie.
Yes.
It'll take you back to the early 2000s.
Or I can eat some of my special butter.
Whatever.
Bro, whatever it is, it's going to be, it's funny without.
But with it,
it's going to be
level.
heightened to a whole other
I'm excited.
level.
I'm watching that tonight.
No, you
watch Hunger Games
please
tonight.
Do. I need to watch that. I've never.
We're
seen
living
that.
in Hunger Games.
I always hear that. I've always heard that.
Games.
I'm watching 2,000 Mules tonight.
What is that about?
Man,
you haven't heard the trailer?
About this? Marissa.
No, let me Google it. Hold on.
Ooh,
bro.
What is 2,000
Get
Mules?
everybody. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
2,000. Oh, mules.
Yeah.
You aren't gonna have to get Rumble. I mean, no.
It's on locals. Yeah. To stream it. So
now it's Pete signed in on my phone, and now it keeps giving me alerts when someone does. I'm like, oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look at the movie trailer. Is this new? Oh yeah, 2022.
It just came out. Well, it came out last week. Actually, it came out like 3 days ago.
Okay.
Let me see.
I'm scared.
Okay, I'm actually gonna play the trailer right now because Marissa hasn't seen it.
I'm excited about it.
I've never had cold egg before.
Not to your liking?
Talks amongst yourselves real quick while I play this.
Extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Oh my God, he's so sick.
It's insane. I think that guy Dinesh D'Souza, isn't he from here?
I don't know.
Or somewhere Texas maybe?
Was the most secure
election in American history.
Let me begin by asking a very simple question. Do we know the truth about what really happened in the 2020 election?
I think millions of Americans know something went wrong, and they have little pieces, and no one's really put it together.
I'm agnostic on this question, and I am awaiting more information.
If I believed the president were a Nazi, I might steal an election.
Bold accusations require bold evidence, and they haven't seen it.
We have been working on something big.
Show me the money.
Can we meet? I've been
day.
working with Greg Phillips. He has a deep background in.
So the people that did this, True the Vote, they're from Houston.
True the Vote has the largest
True the Vote, the organization
store of election intelligence for the 2020 elections in the world. No one has more data than we do. We identified in Atlanta 242 mules that went to an average of 24 drop boxes. But Philadelphia alone, we've identified more than 1,100 mules.
What is
that circle of people?
Picking up ballots.
Dennis Prager, Charlie Kirk, that group of people. It's like a crazy scene to see them all in there.
Walking her dog. Bad backgrounds, bad reputations. They are interested in one thing, that's money.
And in no shape, in no way, in no time is that legal.
This is organized crime.
Well, duh.
4 million minutes of surveillance video.
That's what I haven't been able to finish watching it.
Yeah.
What you're about to see is disturbing.
So this is 1 o'clock in the morning.
Don't we all vote at 1 o'clock in the morning?
On one night, this mule went across 6 counties to 27 different drop boxes.
I call it the Mexican mafia, seriously, because they work like that.
This is jaw-dropping.
The government's a mafia. Y'all didn't know that?
Is frightening.
It's just sickening to me.
Now we come to the most important question of all. Was the magnitude of vote trafficking enough to tip the balance in the 2020 presidential election?
It's not a leap to say this would have made a difference.
They have ruined Election Day in the United States of America. That's provable. And that's enough for me to fight the left with every fiber in my body.
Without free and fair elections, we are not a democracy. We are a criminal cartel masquerading as a democracy.
Thank you. I've been saying that for over a decade, but I'm the crazy person. Now everybody wants to say it. Bitch, this is a mafia. Get ready.
But speaking of that, I haven't finished watching it. So I do need to finish watching it. But when I saw him, when they put the footage of the person going from one place to the other,
Not to mention all the votes found in dumpsters throughout the United States.
And then check this out. When we were watching the election, excuse me, I remember watching, and you know how the numbers are going up, right? Or going down as who's getting more votes. Mm-hmm. I remember sitting there, thank you, Rob, and seeing Trump's number go down. Like this, like when you're spinning out, I was like, "Oh, this must be something they do."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, they might just they're taking votes away from him."
There's a lot.
Maybe they made a mistake.
There's a lot of people who predicted this red. How did they call it?
If you quote Kyle Kalinske, I'm gonna freak out.
No, not Kyle Kalinske, but it's like the red, almost like you're gonna see all those votes come in when they're counting the actual votes, like the people who went in. Mm-hmm. But as soon as those mail-in ballots come in, you're gonna start to see his numbers go down. I mean, there were people who predicted that because he did tell people not to vote from home, to have them vote in person. So not to do the mail-in ballots, right? So people kind of predicted that that's what was going to happen, where you're going to see him with a really big lead. And then as the night continues and they start to count all those mail-in votes, it's going to start to dwindle. And that's kind of what happened.
To Trump, you're saying?
Yeah. To Trump. Like that was a prediction. They kind of knew that he was going to start off strong. And at the end, that's when they count those mail-in ballots. And that's where you're going to start to see him just dwindle. Was it enough to tip the scale? I don't know.
I don't know. But I guess this documentary might give us an insight on what could have
because
happened.
This has always been. I mean, how long have people who were dead vote? I mean, this is.
I looked up my dad's name just to make sure.
Yeah.
Like nobody voted under him, and luckily I didn't see anything. But I'm sure that doesn't mean that they didn't try after, because I just checked it one time. I didn't keep checking, right? So I don't know.
The whole thing is bizarre, though. You got to think about it.
It is very bizarre.
Trump made so much, like he improved on all the different demographics that voted for him originally.
I mean, let's go to the Valley in itself.
Oh yeah,
but not even that.
Too.
Black males came out for him at higher numbers. Latinos came out for him at higher numbers.
Hello, myself. I mean, I'm the product of it. I've never voted this way. Never.
I think what's happening is people are starting to see the Democrats as not the alternative. You know what I'm saying? Like now you see
there needs to be another party though. Somebody else that needs to so they
is Dave Smith running as something else? The comedian?
God, I wish, because there's only one party, y'all. Y'all know it's the Uniparty.
Well, I just think
just saying.
This is a game we're in, all right? We got to play the game.
We're playing. We're in the Matrix. We're living in the Matrix.
And it's glitching.
This is Squid Game.
It's bad.
I never saw it. I felt like it was good for. I mean, it was like live popping for a week, and then nobody talked about it. I was like,
you need to watch it
because
it kind of. I feel like. Okay,
it's survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
that's what feel Darwinism.
Well, how is fucking Joe Biden at the top then?
Well, not in this movie
because Joe Biden is hidden.
Yeah, but
it's everybody else taking the hits for him.
This guy,
he's something else. Boo. I mean, he is something else.
I love watching those old classic clips of him that are recirculating from the 70s and 80s.
But nobody wants to see them. They're like, well, people change. What?
They don't change. He's the same.
He's literally
a politician,
the same.
ma'am.
He's the same,
ma'am.
I'm just saying.
He's a politician. He's not gonna ever.
Lifelong politician. He's been in politics since he was in his 20s.
Oh my god,
bro,
it's insane.
Well, I want to segue since we're talking about all this into Roe v. Wade because I got to get Marissa's take on this.
I don't even know what's going on, boo.
Come on.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know the details of it. Are they really trying to
listen? So here's my fight with this whole thing. I've said this before.
Are they outlawing abortion altogether or just at a certain whatever?
What they're trying to do is make it down to the states for the states to decide.
Okay.
Not it be a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
It's for the states. So obviously we're in the state of Texas, which we already know the way Texas runs.
Yeah.
So people are going bananas because they think like they're going to get rid of it. Here's my problem with it. And Christians are probably going to get mad at me. A few people.
Well, when if you get mad, you ain't a Christian. So shut the fuck
but
up.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't think abortion should be illegal in a whole, right?
Yeah.
For many reasons, right? and I get it. It's a life, 100%. I'm a mother of 2. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't,
of course.
But let's just say you're raped, right? By maybe your uncle or, and I'm not saying a stranger. I'm just saying somebody, because it happens
all the time.
Deaf women go through this a lot where they're kept with children, right? Because it's a sin to abort.
Mm-hmm.
And then that child goes into the system. And now there's another child repeating kind of this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying get rid of a child so they don't go into foster care. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're not going to abort at 6 months, ma'am. It's not happening.
Yeah, of course.
And if you don't know what all a baby has at 6 months, go look that up.
Well, some of these people want to go as far as 9 months.
No, that is what it is. Up to 9 months, and it's actually up to 21 days after they're born.
Yeah, that was.
They can still.
Well, in California, that was one of the little caveats in the recent bill.
And I said, "You're okay. This is alive now. Like you done took care of this baby for 21 days, and you're gonna go back in there and be like, well, you know what? This is kind of hard. I don't know that I want to keep this child. Do you think y'all can do something with it?"
It's such a shitty situation.
21 days.
Yeah.
That's almost a whole month old, bro.
Crazy.
You done fed this baby for a hot minute. You held them in your hand. Have you no heart? Like to be able to kill a baby at 20? Why was that even a consideration? Is my thing.
And we know this.
It's in the bill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I sent you a screenshot of it a couple weeks ago. I don't know that.
And there's the hearing. The girl talks about it too. It's the hearing when they're asking the lady questions, and she's like, "So your bill, ma'am?" And she's like, she doesn't want to say yes or no, so she just keeps kind of quoting or stating what is in there. She's like, "No, I want you just to clarify to me. So you're saying that a woman can abort up to full term? So basically, ready to have the baby, and then we're going to still abort it." That is what the bill says. She didn't want to say that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She just kept referencing the bill, right? So she didn't want to say it herself because when you put it, think about it. If you're talking about it, it's coming out of your tongue, out of your own mouth. The sound of that, what does that sound like?
It sounds horrible, like what it is. Fucking horrible.
And I just feel like I don't know what the solution to abortion is except probably take care of yourself.
I think what's his face should have left it at 3 months.
I think 3 months is the max.
6
and
weeks?
even and I don't even think it didn't even pass, Marissa.
Oh, it didn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's why people be getting mad. Listen, somebody sent me something and I just said that my response to this
was... So the
was,
6 weeks is moot? It's not 6 weeks anymore in Texas?
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, it didn't go through.
I thought
it's still
did.
back to
what?
Back to whatever it was before. It really has not been signed. It hasn't been not signed, sealed, and delivered. But everybody's mad, I think.
Well, hold on, because I remember around the time when we were about to have the baby, didn't it go into whatever and everybody was pissed? Like, as of so-and-so,
well, Texas,
started
I think,
that way.
And then people were mad about 6 weeks because it's like you don't even find out until you're 6 weeks. And I'm like, wait, that's a month and a half. Yeah, so the minute you miss your period, it should probably be a fucking immediate sign.
Yeah, but some ladies have irregular periods and have their whole whatever. I mean, not everybody knows. And especially if you're dealing with someone who either no longer has a period or has irregular periods, there's no way of them knowing. There's no way. I mean, I didn't find out till I was 3 months pregnant that I was pregnant. I had no idea.
And I knew.
But you know why? Because I took out that birth control, and my periods were all over the place. So that's why I didn't even know. I was like, okay, well, I mean,
I think I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know what the solution to abortion is except like just, maybe watch what you're doing, right?
Right.
But I hate when people argue like, well, what if you have sex with somebody and you don't want to get pregnant by them and you end up pregnant? That's your argument? First of all, you probably shouldn't have slept with the motherfucker if you don't want to have a child.
Without a rubber, bitch. Protect yourself.
Why are you having raw
sex? Your coochie is a kingdom, bitch. Your coochie is a kingdom.
Why is you having raw sex with nobody?
Girl,
like with everybody. Just raw. I mean, take care of yourself. First of all, let's, and I get it. Condoms are not okay. Well, let's just do 2. I mean, they don't do nothing wrong.
I mean, I've lived life on the edge before. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Well, what is that? It's not comfortable to him. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know about him, but you know, my problem is it ain't happening here, you know?
Woo, girl, it's just too damn much.
It's too much. I can't with every day. Every day is a new thing. Every day is somebody's fighting about something. Somebody's mad about something. Like, I just wanted to go back to where I don't know where this... I don't even know what you want to call it.
What?
But I just feel like out of nowhere, I almost feel like the transgender thing's an agenda too.
Boo boo. It's all an agenda. I'm telling you, it's a setup. It's a setup.
Like, why y'all are, and then this whole pronoun thing too. It's
girl,
just like,
I do not. No, I'm sorry. I'm not calling you a they. Which one is it, bitch? He or she?
It's just like,
I need to know.
When Jalissa came and she's like, I'm not calling that student they. Then when they're like, Miss, he or whatever, it was a girl. I don't even know what it was.
I think it was a boy wanted to be called a girl or something.
No,
the other way around.
They. She's like, I'm not calling them they.
Yeah, bitch, you're about to get this.
Either I just reference to you like, hey, so hey,
yeah,
but I'm not saying they. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, this is crazy.
I mean, it just kind of like, if you think about it, everything is so, and that's when Pete tells me something new every day. I'm just like, at some point, people have got to start to see some, and you don't have, I'm not saying about voting. That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm not talking about choosing political parties. I'm not talking about
bitches,
none
both
of that.
You hoes.
I am talking about you opening your eyes and questioning all this weird shit. That looks funny how he's peeking over the...
He scares me.
Look at that.
It's called thinking critically, and people don't do it. It's too hard.
It's crazy to me and then if you're getting your information off of social media, I'm gonna need you to do just a little bit more work than social media. Like TikTok is not where you get info from.
The only place is at What Did He Said on Instagram.
Yeah, What Did He Said is probably the only place.
And Red Pill Tamales.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? When you want to argue with me about a reel you saw, I mean, I can't help but to laugh.
All I want to do is do LOL and caps.
Yes. I can't help.
I want to just cap it.
Oh, by the way, you don't LOL anymore. You just put a bunch of different letters, and that means you're laughing really hard. That's the new one.
Oh my! I'm so sick of this. I am so sick.
When I put LOL, she go because she writes back. One time she wrote back, and it's weird because I kind of understood it. I knew what it was because I put LOL, and she replied back with LP, like a bunch of just a little different letters.
Yeah,
and I was just like,
what is this?
I knew.
Sounds like a whole lot of effort.
Like I just knew what it meant. Like I just knew because we were laughing that
she must be laughing out of control right now.
And so when we talked, and now she's like, you know what that means, right? I'm like, you're laughing? She goes, yeah, but I'm like laughing like big time. Like this is funny. Like where you don't even come. It's like like you're doing that.
Like Joe Biden on stage?
Pretty much, yeah.
I haven't even seen anything related to him lately, and I'm happy.
It's funny. No, I have to watch it sometimes.
It's pretty amusing
because I can't help but to say, y'all, how does he still have backup?
I don't get it.
How does this man still have backup? Like it trips me out. And that's how
there are no words. There are no words.
They work for the devil. That's all it is.
They work for the devil?
They're part of the Illuminati.
They're the devil.
Oh,
100% they're the devil.
Crazy.
Because the fact that how you want to just get rid of people, you want people to believe in certain shit that we all know. Man, I hate it because I know that we have nurses that listen, and probably a lot of them are for this vaccine thing.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Man, I'm trying to find this clip this whole damn time. I can't find it. Anyway.
Which one?
It was this lady that was talking about, she was asked about Roe v. Wade. We were already way off that subject, but she was like, it's always a woman's decision. And they're like, what about, 6 months in? It's like always a woman's decision. What about 9 months? It's always a woman's. And then she's like, what if, the baby's 2? She's like, it's always. So you mean she could just murder her 2-year-old? Like, it's always the mom's decision. I was like, oh my God, this person's a psycho.
Tribal. It's tribalism at its finest. It's fucking sickening.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's just a lot. That's all I gotta say. It's like, I was talking to my aunt yesterday, and she was just talking about how she just really just doesn't care to leave the house anymore. Like, she likes just being home. And I said, yeah, that's me. I just like being home. I said, going back to, it's like, I said, I don't know who this person is. It's like, because before it was like, hey, let's go do this. Let's go do that. Now, if this new house we're going to get, right? the fact I told my aunt, I was like, the fact that it has a pool, I know I'm really not leaving my house.
It's got space and a pool. Where the fuck am I going?
I'm not going anywhere.
She's 6 miles away from my house.
I'm 6 miles away from her now.
5.8.
And y'all still ain't gonna see each other.
I feel like I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna be
once a quarter, once every 3 months.
And she's my partner when Pete's out of town. I'm like,
you know,
hey, what are you doing?
I told her, call me, because I'm
like,
alone
what are you doing?
too.
She's by herself.
I can help protect you. I got the click clack.
I'm all like, are you leaving already? She's like, I gotta go. I'm like, okay, bye.
Can I go with you? Can we pack up?
I can't look. How about I leave the kids? That way you're not lonely.
That's too many kids. I can't do that many kids.
Girl,
she needs a favor, not a disfavor.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if you leave Isaiah, because he's helpful as fuck, man.
He's gotta be. Yeah.
Man, he's helpful. I'm like,
hey, why do I have to ask you to help me? You see, I dropped it. Pick it up.
He's helpful as fuck. I was like, wait, you can leave him for sure.
What have they been doing? Are they in activities still? You still doing everything?
Yeah, Isaiah's doing 7-on-7 football now, while football's like not going on.
Tell him about your amazing
6 games
day
yesterday. It was horrible.
Oh, it was 105 degrees.
I know.
I was out there for 6 hours.
What a baby and another. How old is Aiden? 7?
8 and 7.
Bro.
And then Aiden's doing golfing, so we're
outside, obviously in bleachers or what?
In the heat.
I cut the grass. I was outside for 2 hours and I felt like I was gonna have a heat stroke.
It was horrible.
Look at my tan.
It was.
Oh wow!
Golly, Rob,
Bro.
Damn, get it.
Jesus, it was hot.
My face was burning off.
Yeah, I bet it was. Listen, we were only out here for a little bit, and we have a whole tent out with my little blow up pool. And me and Marissa, after a while, it was fine out there, right? We were like,
did you purposely get that pool so that you can feel like you really upgraded when you get to the new place?
We were poolside. I didn't know how else to entertain Penny while Pete's out of town, because there's only so much I can do. I can go to the indoor playground. It's too hot to go to the outdoor. We tried.
Oof.
We went outside and poor Penny was like, I think I'm done. We were out there maybe 30 minutes and she's like, can I go get ice cream? And I'm like, yeah, we sure in the hills can. And I was like, it is hot. Oh, it was when you met me, she met me at the park too. It was horrible then and it wasn't as hot as it was this weekend. And so there's only so many things I can do with her, especially with the baby. If it was just she and I, she's a little bit older, so there's probably more things, but I also have the baby. I got to keep her entertained too. There's only so much I can do with her. She's cool though. Like she just kind of goes with the flow for the most part. Sunny does.
Little Marissa is psychotic.
Oh my God. Her daughter was everywhere. No, she can like stand
chill
up.
Like Sunny.
No, she can stand up, bro.
How old is she?
She just turned 7 months.
Like she's a whole standing up, like, and stands up like this. Sunny does not do that. Sunny needs to be in her walker for any movement to happen. This girl was like standing up. Sunny's like this, like. She's like, what is happening? Why is this
She's
girl?
like, what is girl? What the hell?
Why are you all up in? Hey, Marissa's to Sunny what Penny is to Aiden.
God, psychotic
man, and it was hilarious. But it was so hot. But no, I bought that pool to keep her. Like, what else can we do? Like, it's hot. So I'm like, okay, you want to go to the pool? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, let's go buy this blow up pool. We made that a field trip. Like, we're going to go get a blow up pool. She's like, oh, cool. So we did that. And that's how I entertain her she's there for a minute. I mean, ask Marissa, she knocked out. Like, it was 7:30, I think, when y'all left. And she was.
And my kid, it took her another hour and a half to go to sleep after we got home. I was like, this little.
She's been asleep for a minute.
Yeah, you know what? She did take a little nap. She did. She took a little.
Hey, since you ate, you wanted to keep it rolling? Or do you need to get up for any reason?
No. All right. I'm good. Yeah, we can go. Do I need another
quote? We'll say, we'll just wrap up here. And if you guys want part 2 with Marissa, because I'm sure she's dying to stay here for another hour, go to patreon.com/HERR Lounge podcast. Yeah.
And thank you guys so much for listening. If you haven't yet, y'all better sign up.